Hello, everyone. I am so stoked to be back for the very first Analytics Friday of the year. This year, we've got some big things in store, and I am super excited to get started. So, um, the first thing that we need to address is that this year we have some sponsors. So, starting, like now for the next couple episodes. The very first sponsor is actually Ahrefs. So if you are in the SEO world, there is about a 0% chance that you haven't heard of this tool. Basically, it's really great for checking like backlinks and things of that nature. So um, go show Ahrefs some love. Let them know who sent you, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that. Thank you so much, AA Trust, for sponsoring this. And yeah, let's get to it. So today we are talking about the integration we have all been waiting for, which is the Search Console integration with Google Analytics 4. So GA4 and Search Console. We need to let all of our friends that just happened to pop in here know that's what we're talking about. So today we're talking about the GA4 and Search Console integration, which I cannot believe it took them this long. So GA4 has been out for about October, November, December, January, 15 months now. And during that time, they had no sort of integration with Search Console at all, which was a big reason I think why a lot of search engine marketers just weren't ready to bite the bullet and get started with Google Analytics 4. However, they finally released this integration a couple weeks ago, and unfortunately, it's not as like cut and paste as I kind of wanted it to be, but that's why we're doing this so that I can share with you kind of how this process works. So I'm going to open up a share my screen here, so you should be able to see this analytics account. So this is Brian Fanzo's analytics account. Shout out to Brian. Thanks for always letting me use your stuff. I really, really appreciate it. So this is what a GA4 account looks like right now. And if we want to connect to Search Console, we're going to go to admin, and then we are going to scroll down to product linking and link to Search Console. So as you can see, this is, there are no connections between Search Console and Google Analytics 4 for this specific property. So I'm going to go ahead and link this property. Let's see here. Oh, this is not the right account. Oh, man. I guess I should have checked that. Okay, so here's the deal, y'all, is that I have so many Google accounts that it's just hard for me to keep them all straight. And they're linked all over the place. Okay, so here, oh, I'm not a verified owner of that. Well, do I not have edit access? Because it's, oh, this is brianfanzo.com. Okay, so hold on. We're going to do it for brianfanzo.com. How was everybody's new year? I hope it was great. Mine was pretty good. Okay, so link, here we go again. Choose accounts. It's still not here. I must not have the right. Okay. Let's see what other accounts I've got that we might be able to do this for. Hold on, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a second because you never know what we might run into over here. Actually, oh, this might be a good one. This one I should be able to do. Too many Google accounts. But this is a good place to remind you that you have to have edit access to the Search Console account that you are trying to um, link to do it this way. I wonder if there's a way to do it backwards. Like, I wonder if I can link it. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Link it to associate. Let's see, associate connected analytics properties. Might be able to do it backwards, but until then, let's see really quickly. Sorry, this is taking me so long. Should have checked, but you live and you learn, right? Who's hanging out with me over on Twitter? It's showing me that there are people in here, but it's not showing me who it is. So whomever you are, thanks for hanging out. Is this one gonna let me do it? Link. Choosing out. Actually, 10 Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, we'll do it here real quick. So we're in the product linking section, admin product linking. This is the same thing. Search console linking. I'm going to select link and choose accounts. This is the right account right here. Confirm. Now I'm just going to select next and select this web stream, which is the website. Next, review and submit. That looks perfect. Those are the same websites. And the link is now created. Now, I did this for my personal website. And when I went over to the reports, I tried to find where it might live, right? So, like, is it under acquisition, which is where it was in Universal Analytics? And if you go to acquisition overview, you don't see that data really anywhere, which is kind of frustrating. I see organic. You start to see organic traffic right here. And you can view Google organic traffic and it'll show up here, but there's no like easy way to get to it. Like in Universal Analytics, you could drop down your menus and you could find it. Quick point here, this is the same way that the Google Ads report is right now, but it does actually like you can actually put it there. Something to note though that is very nice is that because this is a Google entity, once you link them, that information is automatically going into your Google Analytics 4 account. So whereas when you link a Google Analytics 4 and Universal Analytics account, it's not pulling over data. That's because the data structures are completely different when it comes to Universal Analytics and Google Analytics 4. But thankfully, because Google is literally just pulling data from Search Engine Console and pushing it back out and showing it here, we do get that information. So as soon as you link it, it's going to show up. You can see by landing page. You can change country, device, category, which is weird that they don't have a query here. If I customize it, I should be able to add query in. Search term. No, term and query are two different things. Elemento P. I'm not seeing query, so maybe that's not true. Let's see what happens. Search term. Yeah, so that is obviously an ads. That's an ads dimension. So I didn't expect that to work, but I wasn't sure. Okay, so we're gonna go back, discard those changes. So if you want to be able to come into your reports and get to this quickly, so you can see if we're in reports right here, that we have this menu on the left-hand side. If you go to library, there will be a collection in here now that is called Search Console. And you can see by default, this Search Console collection is not published, which means the information is there. but you can't find it in the menu anywhere. So we're going to go ahead and edit this. Computer's running really slow today, guys. It says it is Friday. And oh, oh, did not mean to do that. Cancel, 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 back. Discard changes. Brianna, get it together. Take me back here. Okay, so we're gonna come in here. Why are we I mean, I know why we're unpublished, but I can't remember. Edit collection here. Okay, hide this. Now, oh, we have to pick which reports. So, overview reports, collection template, create new topic, engagement. Is this what we need here? It did not do this to me last time. Hold, please. Create. I might have to go back and see how in the world I did this on mine. Because you have to have edit collection. You have to have reports in here, but it's not showing the reports that I would like to see. Events, let's just drop that in here. Oh, drag reports, topic. Okay, drop overview report and drop detail report. So we want acquisition. And events. No, this is not how I did it. Okay, we're gonna go back to my account because this looks way, way different than what I saw on mine. Now, I will say, when I set mine up was like right after they released it, and I like linked it and couldn't find any information anywhere. Like it didn't even show up in my overview acquisition report. So you can see I have this here. So um so that it shows up my search query. Like I can see I have my queries report right here. So um it didn't show up right away for me, and I don't know if that's like just something that has changed or if it was like a weird glitch or something like that. Um so I actually had to go into my library to find it. So once I'm in my library, la-di-da, you can see that has Search Console. There is actually a collection. So I came in here, I edited the collection, and there was a Search Console collection. So I don't know if that just like takes time to like show up, but you can see that I had queries and organic search traffic did come in here. And then once I saved it, I was able to publish it. So let's go back. We'll search queries and see if maybe it shows up. So let's see. There it is. Oh, oh, it just did this. Let's press save. Save changes to current collection. Save. An internal area. Yeah, because that wasn't edit collection here. Gonna go ahead and edit this collection. Oh my goodness, I've made it mad, huh? We're gonna X both these out, and then we're gonna do queries. See, queries, and then queries. Google Analytics is mad. I'm refreshing it. in hopes that that helps. Okay, publish. Okay, so we saved this. So now if we go back, because it has reports in it, hopefully we'll be able to see reports populate in here now. Collections, search console. Um, we should be able to come here and select publish. So you have to put reports into your collection in order for the collection to show up on this left-hand side. It, like I said, it's not as user-friendly as we wanted it slash probably needed it to be, as you can tell. But now it's here, right? So in the life cycle, I can have Search Console as one of my collections. Now, if I didn't want it to be a collection, I could actually just come into, let's see, I could come into that's life cycle. I could edit this collection. Um, and under acquisition, I could put queries under like both of these acquisition things. Um, and then organic and Google organic search traffic. I could put this in here so that it's easier for me to get to. So now I just press save. I go back, and once I drop down this acquisition deal, now I have queries and organic search traffic right here that I can get to in a jiffy. I think the idea behind this was that Google didn't want the menu to be like overly convoluted and have a zillion different options like Universal Analytics has, but it makes it really hard to find stuff. So there's that. But now let's take a look at these reports so you can see what is available in the reports. Okay, so these were our organic Google search clicks by search query. So we see action tents, party rentals near me, table and chair rentals, Wichita. And then you see the clicks by impressions. So you're looking for outliers. So we get a ton of impressions, yet very few clicks from this specific keyword. It might be worth going, looking at that SERP and asking ourselves, why is it that we have all of these impressions, but people aren't clicking? Does it have to do with the title, the meta description? Is that just a keyword that like we don't really need to be focusing on? Are we showing up in the wrong like locale for that? You know, all things to consider. This obviously is essentially just like finding things with a low click through rate though. Then we can see by query down here, we can see the clicks, the impressions, the click-through rate, and the average position. So when we look at that party rental, our average position is like 75, which is not very high. And then again, we see that click-through rate. It's very, very low. Um, and we can change this, right? So maybe we want to see which pages are performing the best. You can see this is not, that's not an option right here to see what's performing the best. And that's because this is a queries focused report, but we can come in here and go to acquisition. No, it's in here somewhere. I hate that you can't just look it up. Oh, let's see. Might just have to come in here and customize some things. Customize report. Oh, did not mean to do that. I just want to be able to. Ugh. They don't have anything. Nothing is easy in Google Analytics 4. That's the most annoying part. Okay, so we're gonna come back here, and I think we might just have to do page. Page. Device. Pages. Screens. That's cool. Host name. Like, obviously. Now my secondary dimensions aren't even showing up. Very strange. Now I don't have the option to make a secondary dimension. And this is why people hate Google Analytics 4. It's just clunky, right? So like it was built out to be very sophisticated, and it can be very sophisticated, but like the things that people are looking for are not easily accessible, or they're not quite, what's the word? Not obvious enough, but like it's really hard to understand what all of this stuff means. So let's see. My internet is not hot, which is probably why this is being so slow. Um, Goodness gracious. Water, friends. Let's try again. Patience is wearing thin. I bet it's in this other view, but I kind of just want to see this. I guess it's not going to work. Okay, so let's go to this view. So this is clicks by landing page. So I have landing page here. If I do a secondary dimension and really just tick this thing off, you can see though, like this is useful to see the number of users, engaged session, engagement rate, engagement time, what events people are taking if they land on this page organically, conversions, ad revenue, all that stuff is right here. And if that specific thing does not pertain to you, like ad revenue, you can always customize it, and you can essentially get rid of it. So I'm going to customize this report here, metrics. I'm going to get rid of this revenue metric because it does not apply to us. So I just save that, save this, save changes to current report, save. And now, cancel. Okay, now that's saved. So I'm not going to see that ad reports metric in Google Analytics 4 anymore, or in this specific view, because we don't get ad revenue. So see, now it's not in here. Landing page. So this is kind of a big deal. And actually, I can't even remember if in Universal Analytics you could pull both of those dimensions together, landing page and query. We're going to test it really quickly. And then we'll be probably about done. Let's see, convert. Oh, no. Acquisition. So this is where it used to live. Acquisition, search console, and then we had queries right here. I think what I'm thinking of is Data Studio. Oh, they didn't even have search console here. Okay, let's go to mine really quickly. Okay, so we had this search query. Yeah, secondary dimension, acquisition. Yeah, so you couldn't lay your landing page there too. Well, that makes sense. I was thinking of, oh, you guys couldn't even see that whole friggity time. Sorry. Let me show you really quick what I did. So, um, in this view, once we go to, not this one, we come into Google Analytics 4. In the organic page here, we see landing, basically your landing page report. And it shows you like organic clicks, blah, 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 but it also shows you users, engagement rate, average, engagement time, event counts, and conversions. There used to be something there that said ad revenue, but we hit that little pencil, and we were able to come in here, go to metrics, and X out that ad revenue because it does not apply to this specific website. And then I just hit save into this report, and now that's what we get. So um, let's see. And then we went into Universal Analytics to see that it wasn't an option to add that secondary dimension of landing page and query in Universal Analytics either. I was thinking of Google Data Studio. Oh yeah, and we couldn't see it here, so I went to mine. So if you're in landing page here, right, you don't get the option to add the secondary dimension of landing page. You really only get, like user information, and where they came from as far as source goes, which this is Search Console, so we know the exact source. It's organic Google, but alas. So, okay, first show back, not my best, but hopefully we hit all the high points. If you have any specific questions about the Google Analytics 4 and Search Console integration, be sure to drop those in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, go show some love for Ahrefs and let them know I sent you. The link for Ahrefs and getting started with them will be below. That's all I've got for this week, friends. I will see you next week for another session of Analytics Friday. And don't forget your beast.